So let's create a table and calculate average between different trials in an experiment. So here we have data about temperature and solubility. We have 3 trials. To manage Excel, you have everything here on the top, and it's very easy to use if you get used to the tools. I usually just zoom in a little bit my data so it's easier to handle. You can just do that here and go back to the screen if you need it. The other thing that I like to do is that every time I create a graph, I use what is called a workbook within a sheet within the workbook. Okay, this is the whole workbook. So here you can see here you just click here insert sheet, and you can just add up a new sheet, or just go back to the original, and like this you don't have all the mess with the graphs inside. So to grind here in Excel, you just click one cell. I don't know if you notice that this is like a column, row, base, similar to our periodic table system. Here in row 2, column A, I wrote down temperature. Just click there and write down the important information about the labels of your data. You write down your data here, and you pretty much transfer the data from your notebook to the Excel page. Students like these tables to look pretty, so if you want to like centralize this in the middle, this is the merge icon, and it just centralizes everything. You know, you don't have to do that, but some students do like it. When we deal with data, we have different trials, right? So typically we want to graph the average of those values. So here I'm going to calculate the average. Uh, Something that is really cool about Excel is that you can write down formulas. And if you click here, the equal sign, and then start writing down average, you see the word average appears, and it just jump inside the parentheses, and you pick the numbers where you want to calculate the average from. You just do this, and the average is calculated. You can also write down the old type of formula if you want to. I'm just gonna prove it, right? And then over 3, right? That's the data points that we have, and it's just the same number. So Excel is very useful just to show you how, just to simplify your way of doing data, handling data. So I did this for my first row, right? Temperature at 16 degrees Celsius. You can do the same thing, right, for every row, or you can just click here, put your cursor here on the corner. I don't know if you see that change from white to black. When you do that, you just double click, and everything that you did in the first row, right, is transfer or copy formatted to the next rows. And again, you just click here and look on this cell on the top, and it tells you exactly what is calculating in that cell.